Hey guys, welcome back to the seafood capital of the world. Today we are in beautiful Pawleys Island, South Carolina, and we are about to hook up with some major flavor here at Rustic Table.
Hi, I'm Dylan Foster, and I love seafood. I've been in the Myrtle Beach area for more than 15 years, and since then, my life has revolved around seafood. From cooking and catching it, to serving and selling it, I've done just about everything you can do in this industry. So come and join me as we tour the places, faces, and tales of Myrtle Beach seafood. This is On the Hook.
Hey guys, we're here with Chef Adam Kirby here in Rustic Table. Chef, thanks for being back on the show, man. Appreciate you being here. And first and foremost, I want to talk about this beautiful venue that you have here, Rustic Table. Walk me through what that means to you. What is the concept?
So, you know, we have all these cool reclaimed tables. This is a yellow pine out of the Waccamaw near the lighthouse. We have some cypress came out of the Black River. All those tables outside are reclaimed Pawleys Island docks.
Okay.
It's really cool. We got some wainscot that's old barn stuff out of Andrews. Really cool stuff.
So that's the rustic of the Rustic Table, right?
That's right.
The rustic barn wood, reclaimed wood of the Rustic Table. What goes on that table? That's your specialty. What is the food represent to you here at Rustic?
So this is kind of what I grew up eating, right? And it's just Southern comfort food.
Yeah.
And we add a little upscale twist to it,
Yeah.
you know?
So Rustic Table, Bistro 217, same ownership, same passion, same drive behind the concepts, but standalone concepts, completely different. Tell me the differences, tell us the differences between Bistro 217 and Rustic Table.
Yeah, so over there is kind of what I was taught to cook. Over here is kind of what I grew up eating.
I love it.
So it's really heavy French, German, a lot of Asian influence, Pacific Rim,
Yeah.
some Southern in there.
Little
And
fusion flair.
Yeah, and then and we get to do whatever we want over there.
Yeah.
Over here we stick to sort of Southern comfort food. Of course, we're heavy fish over here too. We're at the beach, right?
Yeah, gotta be.
And so, you know, we have a big brunch
Okay.
over here, it's my favorite. I don't like waking up early, but it's my favorite thing
None
to
of us
cook.
like waking up
right?
early, do we?
No, but I love cooking brunch. It's my favorite
All
thing to
right,
eat.
and that's what we're gonna do here. You guys have won some brunch awards, right? Best brunch at the beach?
Yes,
I mean,
we've won that a bunch of years.
Bunch of years, long time running. I love it. Well, I love brunch too. This is a breakfast body. All right, I grew up making breakfast. That was the first meals that I cooked at home were breakfast. I loved cooking breakfast food. This is what bacon and eggs will do to you.
That's right.
We're the best kind, right?
Right.
But anyway, so I love brunch. So let's go. Let's get started. I'm ready.
So this is called the Adam's Omelet. And,
Adam's Omelet. Man.
That's right, and it's some local shrimp. We use,
we've got these shrimp right here. These are
beautiful white shrimp. South
that.
Carolina shrimp are the best shrimp on earth.
beautiful white shrimp. I mean, so we're in November right now. This is the heat, the peak
This is it.
of our South Carolina shrimp season. Thanksgiving's in just a couple of days. I know my family is going to be crunching down on some beautiful local shrimp here at Thanksgiving, but I mean, just that beautiful white shrimp. You see the color there on that tail, those beautiful legs. I mean, it just
And they're the sweetest shrimp on earth.
smells so fresh like the ocean. The sweetest. Oh man, that's a treat. That's what we're rocking with.
So we've got some crumbled goat cheese. I got some farm egg, a little bit of tomato, salt, pepper.
Let's
The
get it
basic
done.
ingredients.
An omelet, a good omelet. You don't need to overpower it with some, mess it up with complications.
That's right.
Keep it simple, stupid. That's what I say.
And you know, it's
That's
kind
what they
of
say to me, maybe. I don't know.
there's 3 ways of scrambling an egg, right? I mean, you got your French, American, and country scrambled, right?
Country scrambled.
And yeah, country's definitely my favorite scrambled. And so same thing with omelets, right? There's a lot of different ways to make an omelet.
Yeah.
You can make it French style where you make the omelet, you kind of saute your ingredients on the side, fold it into the omelet, roll it over on the plate.
Yep.
This is more of a southern omelet, right? So we're gonna cook the ingredients in a really hot pan, so we're gonna let this pan get hot.
Yeah.
And then we're just gonna sear the shrimp first, add our other ingredients, saute them for a minute, salt and pepper all the way throughout, right? That's the most important
Layers
thing.
of flavor. You got to layer that flavor, layer that seasoning throughout the dish.
And at home, a lot of people don't realize you have to season the superstars, right? What's the superstar of this dish? It's gonna be the shrimp. So we
100%.
wanna make sure
100%.
that everything is seasoned. You don't have to go so heavy in the beginning, but make sure you season throughout, right?
Correct. 100%.
All right, so we'll let
Building the foundation. That's what's going to separate from a mediocre dish to an Adam Kirby dish. Is when
Right.
you build that flavor flavor foundation, we call it, right?
That's right. That's right. You know,
I love it.
You know, a lot of people are wondering what's missing in their food,
Yeah,
and it's always
that's
usually seasoning. You know, seasoning. You know.
I get that question a lot too. And they say I taste stuff and I know it's missing something, but I just can't put my finger on what exactly it's missing. And you're right. It's just missing the flavor. Just add a little bit more seasoning.
There we go. So now I'm seeing we got some
Hey,
smoke in the pan.
hot here.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a little bit of oil here.
Watch out, we use the
And
splash
this thing
zone
is
now.
going to be hot.
Woo!
Okay. And we'll add the
cooking
shrimp in there, and that'll cool the pan off too.
Yeah, bring that down a little bit. Oh man, these South Carolina white shrimp are gonna be so sweet, so fresh. A fresh shrimp is just so delicious. It is really a blessing that we have here on the Grand Strand. That's why they call it the seafood capital of the world, with all of our great seafood. And this is shrimp season, my favorite time of year. Just love it out here.
Little bit of salt and pepper for those
Starting that
shrimp.
foundation off, starting the foundation.
And I like to use a nice like kosher salt, right?
Yeah, I
I
was
use a
gonna
nice
ask.
kosher salt. And then you see these chefs, right? They're always doing this right here. Well, you're basically your own grinder, right? So you're grinding that salt up with your hand. You get more surface area of salt. You don't have to use as much salt. Makes the salt work better, right? Salt's a feeling, you know?
Human pepper grinder there.
That's right, human pepper grinder. So once I get these shrimp, you know, they're not done yet,
Right.
but they're getting there, right? So now I'm gonna start adding some of my other ingredients. I just have a little bit of spinach I'm gonna put in there.
Gotta have your greens.
That's right.
If we're gonna have big boy breakfast brunch, we better
That's
have our
right.
greens with it, right?
I'm
Mama's
gonna add a
gonna
little
need
bit
it.
of tomato in there. Color.
Farm fresh
Yes, beautiful.
from your farm?
Those are from Lee's Farm.
Lee's Farm. All right, great purveyor here in the area.
Get a little color on these.
Smell.
Right.
The smell is awesome. The
At this point, I'm
visuals.
gonna add a little bit of butter in there. Not a whole lot.
Just add a little bit more.
Right, you gotta have
can't
some
go
butter.
wrong with butter, can you? I don't think so.
You know, and food's all about these feelings, right?
That's it.
Salt is a feeling. You feel salt. So if you put a
That's it.
bunch of salt on your mouth, you're gonna boom. You're gonna be like, wow. You know what I mean? Same thing with a lemon, right? And that's sour feeling, right? Salt is a feeling. Sour is a feeling. Butter is also a feeling.
Oh, yeah, that's
you
the
know?
best feeling.
That's our, you know, Americans. That's our favorite
I
feeling.
love that feeling.
So now the shrimp are cooked, right? I got a little bit of color on. The spinach is cooked. I'm gonna start adding my egg in there. You want to make sure that you got enough fat in there
Yep.
to do it. And so what we do is we kind of bring in the eggs here,
Yeah.
and we're gonna let
Moving them around.
we're letting the egg fall to the thing, and that way the center of it, all the extra egg when we flip this thing over, it's gonna be cooked, right?
Yep.
We don't want a whole lot of color on there, but a southern omelet does have it. It's not a French omelet, right?
You gotta have a little color in
A
it.
little bit of color on
A
there,
little caramelization, just more flavor, more foundation of flavor.
right?
I'm excited. I'm very
Then
excited.
I'm a little high on this table, so I'm gonna bring it back
Yeah,
here,
bring it
give it a
down.
good flip.
The flip. Whoa! Did you see that?
And see, now I've got it right here. I can turn that down a little bit. Somehow. There we go. Turn that down a little bit. Got all the,
Oh wow.
I'm gonna try to get all that extra cook out of there.
Man.
And then all we're doing is adding a little bit of goat cheese on there. This is a nice little crumbled goat cheese. We crumbled it up back there.
These guys are doing everything they can possibly here from scratch. From scratch, local ingredients, local produce, farm fresh eggs, local shrimp, local passion. There it is. That Adam omelet. This is why they're calling it the best brunch in the island, right? Look at the size of that thing.
We make probably 150 of those every brunch, you know.
Every brunch. And you're doing brunch on Saturdays and Sundays. From what time?
So we open up at 10, we close at 3, so it's a pretty long little brunch.
Yeah.
And we got, you know, it's got a little something, everything on the menu for everybody. And we'll have 3 or 4 specials we'll do, whether it'll be like a red rice and a fried flounder with collards, or we'll make it a little more brunchy. We'll do some sort of like special eggs Benedict, whether it's a crab cake Benedict or something.
Yeah, crab cake
We always do a
Benedict.
salad and everything.
How many of these omelets do you think I could eat from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m.? Probably a couple of them.
There's a couple of them for sure.
Hey, let's stop talking about it and let's get eating on it. Let's hear it. There's
Yes,
you.
sir.
Bring that over here. Let's get into the business of the deal here. Excuse me, Mr. Shrimp. Oh, Adam, the colors are amazing.
It's a pretty one, right?
It is gorgeous. It's way prettier than you.
Right,
We should
that's
call
for
this
sure.
the Ann omelet because she's
Right.
way prettier than you are, my
Yes,
friend.
that's true.
I hate to say it, but the colors, you've got the spinach, the tomato, those shrimp just popping out. Look at this little chunk of shrimp just hiding down there. That one's for me. Oh, those fluffy eggs, and you still have some crunch there.
Yeah.
Right? The vegetable isn't overcooked. The shrimp gonna have a nice pop.
You can tell that sucker's warm
Oh,
too,
it is
right?
piping hot. Here we go, going in.
Going in for the kill.
Get in there, boy. Wow. Guys, what a balance, Chef.
Thank you.
That
thank
is
you.
great. And the layers of flavor, just like you were talking about from the start with that hand ground, human ground seasoning right there, that human salt grinder on the shrimp to build that foundation. And then the freshness of those tomatoes and the spinach. The tomatoes still have a little pop to them. And then those fluffy farm fresh eggs. I mean, fresh eggs are just leaps and bounds about better than what you can get kind of commercially grown in this chef's opinion for sure. So,
And we crack all those eggs, and what we do is we do it into a china cap, which is like a colander. It has little small holes,
Yeah.
and we beat it through it. That way all the albumin and all those extra things get taken out of it. You know, my kids, they don't like the albumin in the scrambled eggs, right? They want that out of there, because that's that little white piece inside your scrambled egg that kids are like, what is that? And then they don't end up eating it.
Kids are picky. My
That's
kids,
right.
my two boys are very picky.
Yep.
I know that for sure. And yeah, guys, he's talking about the albumin in those eggs. Sometimes when you're cracking eggs at home and you're making the scrambled eggs at your house, you have those little like white strips
right.
throughout it. And that's what Chef's talking about, straining those through. So you can
And
try
for
that at
an-
home too.
And for an amateur cook, also you crack your eggs into these like a colander, a little small colander, like you would strain your pasta through,
catches
and
shells.
it catches your shells,
Yep.
it catches all the extra stuff. Then you can just slam it through there. It goes into and do it over a bowl, right? Set the
Yeah.
colander on a bowl. Then there's your scrambled eggs right
That's
there,
it.
right?
One step, clean, simple.
That's right. Little tricks,
Man.
tricks of the trade.
Tricks of the trade. Little chef trick here from the man himself, Adam Kirby, teaching you guys how to make the best scrambled eggs in the world, albumin free.
Yeah.
I love it. Man, Chef, thank you so much for having
Yeah.
us here at Rustic Table. Guys, you got to come down here and check these guys out. Lunch, dinner, and the best brunch on the island. Come get you an Adam omelet, farm fresh eggs, local seafood, done right every time by people who really care about the industry and about our community in general.
Thanks
Chef,
for having me.
again, always a pleasure to
Yeah,
see you, man. And
good
I
to
can't
see
wait
you.
to get back into this omelet. We'll get to see you guys next time on The Hook, the places, faces, and tales of your Myrtle Beach seafood. See you then. I got to get some more of this.
Beach easy.